and welcome to the Teaching Together podcast, where we celebrate the glows and grows of teacher life. I'm Sierra.
And I'm Grace.
We're both really passionate about teaching and love nerding out about pedagogy and PD and things that we're trying out in our classrooms. So we wanted to create a space where we could share that with people who are also passionate about teaching. It's important to be realistic about the challenges of teaching, but we also love our jobs and believe that teaching is a profession to be proud of. We hope this podcast will help to build a community of teachers where we can encourage and support each other to teach together. Before we jump into this Get to Know You episode, we're just going to make a cup of tea.
All right, so very important question, Sierra, now that we have our tea. What tea are you drinking?
I am just having a black English breakfast. It is not my normal tea of choice, but quite pleasant, and I'm enjoying it out of a beautiful blue cup and saucer with a pretty gold handle, and it's quite enjoyable.
I'm so glad. Full disclosure, Sierra is branching out in her tea preferences because I don't have any milk. That's the reason she's having black English breakfast, but she's a trooper.
Look, it's working fine. What tea are you drinking?
I am drinking some French Earl Grey from T2, which I prefer to normal Earl Grey because it is more floral, and floral teas are the best teas. And it is in probably my favourite mug. It's huge, so it holds like 2 cups of tea, but also it says my puns are tea-rific. And it just makes me smile every time I see it. So in this episode, we wanted to share a few things about ourselves and who we are. So Sierra, what do you teach?
I am a secondary teacher. I am trained in science and agriculture and design and technology, but I mostly teach D&T right throughout the high school.
And what do you think makes you passionate about education?
In my final year of school, I just got really curious about the science of learning and how that actually influences teachers and our education system. So I was exploring some study options in this realm, but there wasn't really many options as an undergrad. So I enrolled in my Bachelor of Education to be a design and technology teacher, and I'm just so glad that I took this road because I do love being in the classroom, but I'm also loving my current study in cognitive psychology. And just seeing how the science and psychology of learning can be implemented in the classroom makes me really excited. And I'm just very much looking forward to seeing where that might take me in the future.
And I love being able to do your master's degree secondhand when you tell me stuff. Yeah. I'm like, that sounds great. That makes sense. I didn't have to do any of the reading, but I got the information.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. And when you aren't teaching, what's one thing that you like to do outside of school?
I love to sew. I'm quite crafty. Anything craft related, really. I love doing. But sewing is a hobby that I picked up during lockdown, and it's just so therapeutic. And I love achieving the end outcome. I think I've realised that I don't really like sewing the same type of garment twice because it's not the same sense of achievement at the other end. But yes, love sewing. I've probably made about 30 to 40% of my school wardrobe. But that's enough about me. Grace, tell us what it is that you teach.
So I am trained to teach all grades through primary and secondary school with a focus on English and history. But this year is actually my first year of full-time teaching, and I will be on kindergarten, which I am very, very excited about. I love the younger years. Primary school is definitely my happy place. Beautiful.
What makes you so passionate about education?
A lot of things, for the sake of being succinct. Especially because in primary school, there's so many things that kids don't know how to do and haven't been exposed to yet. I really enjoy seeing students do hard things and persevere and build their resilience and eventually succeed. And I'm sure that most teachers would share this sentiment that seeing kids in your class do something that they couldn't do before is just so rewarding. And the fact that I get to play a part in that is just, it really fills my soul. And it's one of my favorite things about being a teacher.
So last question, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I love to sing, among other things, but I'm a massive, not music nerd because I don't know anything about music theory, but I love discovering new music, and I love singing in my car and singing anywhere really, and music is a real outlet for me. That's where my creativity is expressed, however well or not.
Grace has a beautiful voice. Don't let her tell you otherwise. Well, we hope that has given you a little bit of insight into who we are, and we are just so excited to share our teaching journey and experiences with you. If you're a teacher in New South Wales, this is a reminder that you can knock over some extra elective PD by listening in to our future episodes.
And make sure you check out our Instagram, which is @teachingtogetherthepodcast, all one word, and join our Facebook group to stay connected. And be sure to tune in to our first full-length episode, which will be coming out next week.
Bye.